Say, I want to ask you a question about AI being used by legislators such as yourself to help write the Democratic platform, or at least to write up legislation to add to bring up the subject of what to put on the Democratic platform. You know, the Heritage Foundation is already interviewing people to come to the federal government and, you know, what is it, Schedule F or something like that. So I was thinking, you know, we need to react real quick and maybe use AI to write legislation. You know what the subjects could be? The ones that Tom brings up. There's at least 12 or 13 so-called rants that are worth legislation, you know?
Okay, Glenn,
so,
let's get his thoughts on this.
You know,
go ahead, Congressman.
Well, Glenn, I'm reminded of the old Gandhi quote that the truth is as old as the mountains and hills. And so in terms of the Democratic platform, I'm not sure for the actual principles we need AI to tell us that healthcare is a human right and we need Medicare for all, that we should have a living wage, that we shouldn't have a defense budget that goes to $1 trillion, that people should have the opportunity to work. But I think where AI can help is, let's say we have Medicare for all, and we say, okay, tell us how we can convince people that Medicare for all is good, not just a healthcare for a human right. And AI may tell us, you should point out to folks that it's good for small business because it's going to lower their payroll. You should point out it's good for entrepreneurship because more people will be able to have jobs. So I think we could use the tools of AI to help make the arguments, but the values are ones that we've had for a long time.
You know, that difference between values and policy and positions and things is something that I think a lot of Democrats, the Republicans have been very good at basically founding everything in values. Congressman Ro Khanna has talked before about we need to be talking more about values.
Yeah, because that's what moves people, right? I mean, when you sit around, you're talking to your family, you're in your daily life, it's all about values. It's about respecting each other, love, caring, compassion. It's where you get into a policy conversation. And so I think we have to speak about what moves people. What moves people is not Medicare for all. What moves people is that everyone in this country should have a human right of health care, that we shouldn't have people going into debt or falling sick and not having treatment. So we start with that basic value, which you probably get 90% agreement. And then you say, this is why we need Medicare for all. Too often we skip that first step. And that's the step that really grabs people.
I think maybe it's because people just assume, you know, Democrats anyway, we understand our values so well we don't feel the need to proclaim them. But, you know, Republicans have been talking about smaller government and God and stuff like that forever.
You're right. I mean, I think it may be that we just assume that everyone should believe in the dignity of every human being, and everyone should believe that every person has the opportunity to pursue the American dream. And so we get to the fast forward, here's how we do it, here are our plans. And we don't first say why those plans matter and have that in language about America that people can identify with.
Amen. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.